शरीर सर।
That is okay. Is there other meaning? Chiyate annadibihi iti kayaha. That is which grows by the food. That is okay. Any other meaning?
सर फायर।
अग्नि।
सर
फायर,
फायर मीन्स
अग्नि
अग्नि।
बोलो, अग्नि, फायर नहीं अग्नि बोलो।
सर
फायर ठीक है
ओके सर।
समझने के लिए, लेकिन अपने को समझना है
यस
अग्नि,
सर।
नहीं तो तुम कहोगे ये आग कहाँ से आ गई बॉडी में भाई। फायर मीन्स आग, सो
यस सर।
डोंट, ओके, सो यू शुड से दैट इट इज द
ओके सर।
अग्नि। ओके, यस।
यस
काय,
सर।
देन बाल।
यस सर। बाल मीन्स सर पेन सर, बाल चिकित्सा सर, बच्चों से रिलेटेड सर,
यस,
पेडियाट्रिक सर।
पीडियाट्रिक्स, पीडियाट्रिक्स,
यस
यस।
सर।
ओके, व्हाट इज द अदर नेम फॉर बाला?
सर बाल अदर नेम
कौमार भृत्य।
कौमार भृत्य।
कौमार
कौमार भृत्य।
भृत्य। Okay,
कौमार
that
भृत्य।
is okay. Fine. Okay, please. Okay, that is fine. Now, Arjun, please read the shloka and give the meaning of remaining.
सर स्टार्टिंग से पढ़ूं?
No, from this Kaya Bala Grahurdvanga. Yes, and show me your face. Put on your camera so that I understand what's going on. Yes. Okay. Good. Beautiful. Looking smart today. Good. Yes. Start.
काय बाल ग्रहोर्ध्वांग शल्य दंष्ट्राजरा वृषान। ओके सर, ओके।
हाँ, please continue. अष्टावंगानि।
अष्टावंगानि तस्याहु चिकित्सायेषु संशिता।
Now what is Graha Chikitsa? Kaya and Bala have been described by Sachin. So, okay, what is Graha Chikitsa?
सर ग्रह चिकित्सा दैट इज रिलेटेड टू कि हमारी बॉडी में है पर उसका रिकॉग्नाइजेशन नहीं हो पा रहा है।
Yes, correct. Okay,
जिसका
agreed.
रिकॉग्नाइजेशन।
Agreed. ठीक है, चलो, okay. Then ऊर्ध्वांग।
सर ऊर्ध्वांग मतलब जो हमारी कॉलर बोन है उससे अबव वाले पार्ट से रिलेटेड डिजीज।
Okay, so what are the parts? Yes, what are the parts included under the modern science then? What are the various branches which are covered under modern science? Yes.
सर इसमें सर ईएनटी सर्जरी जो है उससे रिलेटेड है ये ब्रांच।
ENT, it's not about, again, surgery is different. Don't call it surgery. It is ENT, ear, nose, throat, ophthalmology, netra vignana, that is ophthalmology, then dentistry. Whole of dentistry is there. Similarly, your disease of the head. So these are all the ones covered under this heading. Okay, so Graha Urdhvanga. Then next, okay, fine, that is okay. Yes, yes. Manan. Okay, no, leave it. Yours is done. Now Manan Ghadia. Yes, show me your face there. Yes.
अष्टांगान्य वहां से।
हाँ, ओके, यहाँ से पढ़ो। काय बाल ग्रहोर्ध्वांग। हाँ,
काय बाल ग्रहोर्ध्वांग शल्य दंष्ट्रांग जरा वृषा।
फिर दृष्टा बोला, मैंने मना किया। दो नो दृष्टा हियर, इट इज दंष्ट्रा।
दंष्ट्रा जरा वृषा।
हाँ,
अष्टावंगानि तस्याहु चिकित्सायेषु संस्कृता।
Yes, what is the meaning of Shalya Chikitsa? Yes, show me your face. Please put your camera on. Yes, good. That is beautiful. Very good.
Shalya Chikitsa means surgery.
Yes, okay. What is Shalya? What is Shalya?
Shalya means
foreign body. Foreign body. No, 1 minute. Shalya means foreign body which gives you trouble. Just like I am Shalya for you, which gives trouble. So Shalya. Shalya, and to remove the Shalya, that is called as Shalya Chikitsa. Is it clear?
Yes.
Okay. Then what is Damshra?
Toxicology.
Toxico. Damsha, Sarpa Damsha. And various, yes, Sarpa Damsha and all the poisonous insects, poisonous animals. By the bite of them, whatever disease are produced, that is treated under the Damshra Vignan. Okay, good, fine. Okay. Now Vishal, yes, next Vishal Hadia. Fast, please. You have to start your camera also. Very good, beautiful. Yes. What is the meaning of Jara and Vrushana? Yes, you have to start Kaya Bala. Read again. Kaya Bala.
Kaya Bala Graho Udvang Shalya Damshtra Jara Vrushan Ashtavangani Tasyahu Chikitsa Yeshu Samshrita.
What are the meanings of Jara and Vrushana?
Jara means genetics.
Yes. Okay. What is the other name for it? Any other name? Rasayana. Rasayana Chikitsa. Rasayan nahi, Rasayana. And what is Vrushana?
Aphrodisiac.
Yes. नहीं ऐसा okay, nothing like ऐसा कैसा. It is about नहीं आता, इसीलिए तो हम बैठे हैं dear. So aphrodisiacs और सिंपल बोलना है reproductive disorders, reproductive or sexual life related disorders, they are treated under the Vrushana Chikitsa. Is it clear now?
Yeah, sir. Okay.
Okay, fine. Okay, okay. Then next we have, next shloka is Vayu Pittam Kafascheti Trayo Dosha Sapatatah Vikruta Vikruta Deham Gnanti Te Vartayanti Cha. So very, very important. The basics of physiology start from here, because this is the Shastra, Ayurveda Shastra, which is talking about the health. So before understanding the health, you have to understand your body. So what is the concept of Ayurveda? Ayurveda believes in dosha, dhatu and mala. Dosha, dhatu and mala. So first Acharya Vagbhat describes what is dosha. So he says there are three doshas. What are those? Vayu, Pittam, Kapha, Cheti. Trayo dosha samasataha. In short, there are three doshas of the body: Vayu or Vata dosha, Pittam, Pitta dosha, and Kafaha, Kapha dosha. Vayu, Pittam, Kapha, Cheti, Cha iti. These are the three doshas of the body in short: Vayu or Vata, Pitta, and Kapha. Okay. Vikruta, Vikruta deham, gnanti te vartayanti cha. Very, very important. Vikruta or Vikruta. Vikruta. When the balance of these doshas is disturbed, when there is imbalance, Vikruta. When the doshas are not doing their normal functions, they are called as Vikruta, abnormal. So if the doshas are in abnormal state, then what will happen? Deham gnanti. They are going to destroy the body in the form of diseases. So that's why they are called dosha. They destroy the body by causing the diseases. Vikruta. So when the doshas are vikruta, they lead to destruction of the body. Vikruta. And second is avikruta, normal state. Just like I am in front of you, I am talking, I am looking perfect. It means my doshas are in normal state. So all of you who are healthy right now, they are all having balanced doshas. So that's why Vikruta, Avikruta, Deham. Deham, body again. Gnanti te, Gnanti nasha. When the doshas are in abnormal state, when the doshas are in imbalanced state, then they destroy the body. When the doshas are in avikruta state, that is normal state, they vartan, maintain the body, sustenance of the body. That is called vartayanti cha. So it is the doshas which are responsible for health and disease. That's why dosha are the main concepts of Ayurveda. Whatever disease is there in your body, it is all attributed to the imbalance of the dosha. So again, Vayu, Pittam, Kapha, Cheti, Trayo dosha samasataha. In short, there are three doshas of the body: Vata, Pitta, and Kapha. What is the importance? Vikruta, avikruta deham, gnanti te vartayanti cha. That when they are in Vikrut avastha means when they are not doing their normal functions. That is called as Vikrut avastha. Just like when there is Vata, Upita, Vayu is in imbalanced state, then I will have pain in my body. Okay, I will feel heaviness in my body, pain in my body. That is because of the Vata. When there is burning sensation, Bartara, burning sensation in the body, I will say that Pitta is vitiated in the body. Pitta is not working properly. And if there is excess of cholesterol or excess of I cannot do anything, I am feeling tired, it means that it is the Kapha. So Vayu, Pittam, Kafascheti, Trayo dosha samasatah, Vikruta, avikruta deham, gnanti te vartayanti cha. So if the doshas are in Vikrut avastha, Vikrut means they are not normal, they are abnormal, then they are going to destroy the body. When the doshas are in normal state, they are going to maintain the body. Is it clear?
Sir, samasatah means?
Samasatah in short, samasa in short, samasatah in short. Okay, yes. Now, yes, Maqbul, please. You read the shloka and meaning of it. Yes, meaning of it. Yes. Vayuhu. Ha.
वायुपीतं कफश्चेति त्रयो दोषा शमाशतः विकृता विकृता देहं तनन्ति ते
Ghananti
वर्तयन्ति
nahi.
च
No, no, it's not like dhan. It's gnanti.
घ्नन्ति
Gha ghadi. Gnanti.
घ्नन्ति
Gnanti. Yes. Again.
घ्नन्ति ते
Yep.
वर्तयन्ति च
Yes. Again, please. Vayuhu.
वायुः पित्तं कफश्चेति त्रयो दोषा समासतः विकृता विकृता देहं घ्नन्ति ते वर्तयन्ति च।
Yes. What is the meaning? Yes.
तो यहाँ पे बेसिकली क्या कहेगा, हमारी बॉडी में जो 3 प्रकार के दोष होते हैं वो पाए जाते हैं, लाइक वायु पित्त एंड कफ। एंड
Okay.
इफ दे आर इन बैलेंस स्टेट, इन नॉर्मल
Yes.
स्टेट, तो
Yes.
वो हमारी बॉडी को मेंटेन रखते हैं।
Very
बट
good.
अगर वो अविकृत स्टेट यानी विकृत स्टेट यानी कि वो
Yes.
इम्बैलेंस है और एब्नॉर्मल
Imbalance.
है, तो हमारी
Yes.
हमारी जो बॉडी है उसको डिस्ट्रॉय करते हैं।
Very good.
Means
Beautiful.
imbalance state
Well
में
done.
body को
Correct.
रखते हैं।
Correct. Well done. Correct. Vikruta deham gnanti te vartayanti cha. Okay. Next is
Sir,
gnanti, nash. Gnanti means nash karvu, to destroy. Vartayanti, maintain. ચલાવી રાખે છે. ચલાવી રાખવાનો એમ. આગળ વધારે છે. ચલાવી રાખે છે. Maintains. Okay, so it maintains. And okay, normal health. So all of you who are healthy, I think they are all having normal state of the doshas. Clear? Avikrut avastha of the dosha. Whenever I am healthy, it means my doshas are in avikrut avastha. My doshas are in balanced state. If I am having some problem, if I am having some fever or any disease, it means my doshas are in abnormal state. Is it clear? Next is, now we have told that okay, there are 3 doshas. Now where do they live? What is their headquarter? What is their partnagar? What is their capital? What is their headquarter? So te vyapinopi rannabhyo adho madhyordva samshayaha vayoho ratri bhuktanam teyanta madhyadigah kramat. So very, very important statement here. That okay, now what is the circadian rhythm? Circadian rhythm means what happens because Ayurveda follows the nature. So what stage of life, what stage of day, which dosha is dominant? कौन सा दोष कब डोमिनेंट होता है प्रकृति के अनुसार, वो बताया है. ते व्यापिनोपि, ते व्यापिनः. The doshas are in each and every cell of your body. There is no single cell of the body which is devoid of dosha. It is present everywhere. Te vyapinah api. Te vyapinah. Te means the doshas. The doshas are spread from head to the toe. No part of your body is devoid of the doshas. So te vyapinopi rannabhyoho. Api also. So in spite of the presence, although the doshas are present from head to the toe, that is, they are present all over the body, their special sites have been mentioned here. Rannabhyoho. Hriday and Nabhi. Nabhi means umbilicus. Nabhi. So between Nabhi and Hriday, it is the sthana of Pitta. Between Nabhi and Hriday means the chest, that is abdominal cavity. In the abdominal cavity, up to umbilicus, you have the sthana of Pitta. Above, Urdhva, Hriday. From Hriday upwards, it is the sthana of Kapha. All your lungs, okay, all your Shirah Pradesh, it is the sthana of Kapha. Similarly, Adho, that is below Nabhi, whatever anga below the Nabhi, it is the sthana of Vata. So again I repeat, te vyapinah api, vyapinah, they are spread from head to the toe, api also. Rannabhyoho, Hriday and Nabhi, between Hriday and Nabhi, Adhaha, Adha means below. Below Hriday and Nabhi, you have the sthan of Pitta, that is below Nabhi sthan of Pitta. Between Hriday and Nabhi, between the heart and the Nabhi, that is umbilicus, you have the sthana of Pitta, and above Hridaya, it is the sthana of Kapha. Again I repeat, te vyapinah api rannabhyoho Hriday and Nabhi adhaha. Below Nabhi, it is the sthana of Vata. Madhya, between the Nabhi and Hridaya, it is the sthana of Pitta, and above Hridaya is the sthana of the Kapha. Is it clear? Te vyapino. First condition, Acharya says, te vyapinaha. There is no single cell of the body which is devoid of vata, pitta and kapha. Vata, pitta and kapha is present everywhere from head to the toe. But what are the special seats? So between Hridaya and Nabhi, it is a seat of pitta. Below the Nabhi, it is a seat of vata. And above the Hridaya, it is a seat of the kapha. Is it clear? So Vyapinaha is very important. It does not mean that, Acharya does not mean to say that in lower part of your body, it is only vata. No. It is, the vata is dominant. What does the Acharya wants to convey? Acharya wants to convey that in the lower part of the body, that is below the Nabhi, it is the dominance of vata. Between the Hridaya and Nabhi, dominance of pitta. And above the Hridaya, it is the dominance of kapha. Is it clear? Then very, very important part. When does there is increase or decrease in the doshas? When does the dosha become stronger normally according to the movement of the sun, according to the movement of the seasons? So this is why Ayurveda is holistic. It talks with the nature. Ayurveda talks about the nature. So body is affected by the environment. So that is very important point which is mentioned next. Vayo ho ratri bhuktanam te ant madhya adigaha kramat. ये समझेंगे. Vayaha. What is vayaha? Age. Vayaha means age. So if you divide your age into three parts, Balyavastha, that is the childhood, the medium stage, that is the youth, and the old age. Three stages of your life. First is immaturity till 16, 17. Okay, you are all adolescent and all the... so that is the growing age, that is called as the first stage of the body. Second is Madhyam Avastha, the youth in which you are entering. That is youth, Yuvavastha. And after youth, it is the Vruddhavastha. So what will happen? A means the doshas. Anta, Madhya, Adigaha Kramat. In the beginning, in the childhood, there is a dominance of kapha. Dekho, in the childhood, there is dominance of kapha. In the Yuvavastha, in which you are all there, and I am about to leave Yuvavastha, so I am 42 now, so that is the Yuvavastha. So Yuvavastha, Pitta is dominant, and in the old age, what happens? Vata is dominant. So beautifully explained here. Vayoho, Vayaha. According to the age, there is increase and decrease of the doshas. In the first stage of your life, Balyavastha, Kapha is dominant. In the Madhyam Avastha, Yuvavastha, the Pitta is dominant. And in the old age, what is dominant? The Vata. Is it clear? So Vayaha te anta madhyadiga kramat. Anta means for Vata. Madhyavastha, Yuvavastha for Pitta. Adigaha, Adi means the first. It is for the Kapha. Similarly, Ahoratri, 24 hours. Ahoratri means day and night. 24 hours. So when you divide the day and night, so we start with morning. Consider 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. So first part of the day, it is for Kapha. First part of the day is for Kapha. Middle part of the day, when sun rises at the top, 12 p.m., 1 p.m., sun is very strong. It is the time for Pitta. And in the evening, it is the time for Vata. So, Anta, Madhya, Adigaha. In the daytime, beginning of the day, that is Adi. Adi Kala of the day. First 3 hours of Kapha. Madhyam Avastha, when the sun increases, it is the Madhya Avastha of the day. It is the Pitta dominant. And in the evening, when sun is setting down, it is the sthan, it is the time for the Vata. So 2 things clear. Similarly, at night also, first part of the night, Kapha dominant. Madhya Ratri, Pitta dominant. Last part of the night, the Vata is dominant. Clear? So Vayoho, Vayaha, Ahoratri, 24 hours, day and night. Then Bhuktanam, very, very important. Bhukta, after the food, Bhukta. Bhukta means after the lunch, after the dinner. Just after the lunch, just after the dinner, Kapha is dominant. That's why you all feel sleepy. After the foods, after the meals, you all feel sleepy. Why? Because the Kapha is dominant. So just after the meals, the Kapha is dominant. Middle avastha of the meals, just like after 2 hours or 1.5 hours of the meal, pitta is dominant. After the digestion of the meals, the vata is dominant. Clear? I think it is clear. Vayoho ratri bhuktanam tenta madhyadigah kramat. Clear? Any question? This is very, very important. Te vyapinopi rannabhyo adho madhyordva samshayaha vayoho ratri bhuktanam tenta madhyadigah kramat. Clear? Any questions in this? Yes, now
सर
we'll
मील
see.
के हेलो सर
Yes. Okay, Lalit. Yes, please. हाँ बोलो.
मील के आसपास वाला वापस बताना एक बार मील के पहले मील के टाइम
मील मतलब भोजन. आपने
मतलब
दोपहर का
खाने
भोजन
के
किया. एक मिनट प्लीज. म्यूट एनी हु इज देयर अनम्यूटेड. ओके. यस. सो खाने के तुरंत बाद आपने देखा होगा सभी ने, जब आप भोजन करते हैं उसके तुरंत बाद आपको नींद जैसा लगता है. तो व्हाई इज इट? बिकॉज कफा इज डोमिनेंट. Okay, so just after the meals, the kapha is dominant. During the digestion of the meal, that is about 1 hour or 2 hours after the meal, the pitta is dominant. And at the end of digestion, after 4 hours of the meal, the vata is dominant. You understand now, Lalit?
यस सर
Okay. Now, what is the importance? ये समझना पड़ेगा. तो जब मेडिसिन देना है, तो you have to consider vata, pitta and kapha. Just like for kapha rogas, you cannot give medicine in the vata kala. You have to give medicine in the kapha kala, then only it will be effective. Otherwise, it will be waste. So this is the unique concept of Ayurveda. The modern science does not believe. Modern science believes in BDS, 2 बार ले लेना, TDS 3 बार ले लेना, SOS जब मन चाहे ले लेना. So that is the method in modern science, but in Ayurveda, it is not the case. Ayurveda talks about that you have to take medicine according to the dosha sthiti. You have to examine the paristhiti of the dosha, the condition of the dosha, then only you can have the medicine. Is it clear? Any questions in this matter? Clear हो गया सभी को?
हेलो सर
Yes,
आपने एज के बारे में बताया था कि चाइल्डहुड और मध्यावस्था और एक वृद्धावस्था.
वृद्धावस्था. यस. ओके.
तो इसमें सर आपने ये बताया था तो मतलब चाइल्डहुड में और मतलब युवावस्था वृद्धावस्था में कफ पित्त और इसका क्या बैलेंस बताया था आपने?
देखिए, आदि गहा, आदि मध्य और अंत, ये समझना है हमेशा. आदि मतलब बिगिनिंग. आदि अवस्था में क्या होता है? बच्चों को देखा है क्या होता है बच्चों में? उनको कभी दर्द वर्द होता है क्या?
बहुत कम होता है सर.
बहुत कम होता है. क्यों होता है? बिकॉज कफा इज डोमिनेंट. कफ है, बढ़ने की एज है अभी, कफ डोमिनेंट है ना. मारा कुटी भी देखोगे, हिंसा बहुत कम होती है बच्चों में क्योंकि कफ डोमिनेंस है. यस. हाँ. ओके. बोलो. हाँ
सर इसका मतलब ये जो कोई भी मतलब अपन किसी भी चीज को ले ले, दिन लो या रात लो या फिर समय लो या फिर कोई भी लो,
वेरी गुड.
तो इसमें समय से पहले, समय के टाइम और उसके जस्ट बाद. तो
नहीं,
पहले
समय
कफ
के पहले,
मतलब
समय
जैसे
के
मान
पहले
लो
का क्या मतलब
एक
है?
मिनट सर, मेरे कहने का मतलब ये है कि सर आज जैसे पूरा दिन ले लिया,
हाँ ठीक है. ओके.
तो सुबह में कफ डोमिनेंस रहेगा,
यस. करेक्ट. ब्यूटीफुल.
दोपहर में पित्त डोमिनेंस रहेगा और शाम को वात का
शाम को.
डोमिनेंस
यस.
रहेगा.
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल करेक्ट.
और अगर नाइट लेते तो
तो भी
स्टार्टिंग
वही.
नाइट में मतलब
यस.
वो का वही मतलब सीक्वेंस रहेगा.
कफ डोमिनेंस मध्य रात्रि. इसलिए आपने एसिडिटी के केस देखे हैं जिनको एसिडिटी होती. कब होती है एसिडिटी? बहुत ज्यादा.
सर मेरे को खुद को होती थी सर, सुबह ज्यादा होती थी.
सुबह होती है, नहीं तो सुबह नहीं होती है. जनरली आप देखोगे रात को 12-1 बजे एसिडिटी का टाइम है. लोग उठ करके दूध पीते हैं रात को. जिनको सीवियर बर्निंग होता है उनको रात को दूध पीना पड़ता है 12 बजे 1 बजे. आइसक्रीम खाना पड़ता है. सो जनरली. हाँ. ओके. बोलो. हाँ बोलो.
मेरे को सर मतलब वैसे एसिडिटी बहुत ज्यादा होती थी. मैंने सिर्फ चाय पीना बंद किया, उसके बाद एसिडिटी कम हो गई. सर इसका रीजन क्या हो सकता है?
आई थिंक यू आर पित्त डोमिनेंट. मुझे लगता है पित्त प्रकृति है तुम्हारी, और चाय जो है वो उष्ण वीर्य है, तो इट क्रिएट्स प्रॉब्लम फॉर यू. तो इससे चाय बंद किया तो ठीक हो गया, है ना.
डाइजेशन का समय ड्यूरेशन बता सकते हैं?
हाँ. ओके. देखो ऐसा है, इट डिपेंड्स ऑन योर प्रकृति. आपकी प्रकृति पे डिपेंड करता है. लेकिन ये जनरल केस है कि सभी को भोजन के बाद नींद आती है, थोड़ी देर आती है भोजन. इसीलिए सौराष्ट्र में तो अच्छा नियम ही है कि खाने के बाद सो जाओ. इसलिए ये बात है. सो भोजन के तुरंत बाद थोड़ा हैवीनेस बढ़ता है. क्यों बढ़ता है? इसका रीजन आयुर्वेद में बताया है कि उस समय कफ डोमिनेंट होता है. हाँ, उसके 2 घंटे बाद जब मध्य अवस्था आती है, जब आहार स्टमक से नीचे आ गया है, स्टमक में लगभग आहार 1.5 से 2 घंटे रहता है, उसके नीचे जब आता है तब आपको पित्ता डोमिनेंट होता है, एंड देन इन द एंड व्हेन द डाइजेशन इज ओवर देन द वाता इज डोमिनेंट। क्लियर हुआ? अब ये जनरल केस है, देखो ये सभी के लिए सेम नहीं है, अपनी प्रकृति के अनुसार चेंज होगा, वो क्या कॉन्सेप्ट है वो आगे आएगा, लेकिन ये जनरल केस है। देयर आर एक्सेप्शंस, किसी को जैसे पित्त प्रकृति वाला है तो उसको बहुत जल्दी भूख लगेगी, ओके, तो बार बार उसको हो सकता है 2 घंटे से पहले 1 घंटे में हो जाए काम, ठीक है ना। तो ये जनरल कंडीशन है, इसमें वेरिएशन हो सकता है ऊपर नीचे, क्लियर, बट दिस इज जनरल रूल। अभी कोई प्रश्न है? एनी क्वेश्चन?
सर
ओके, yes, one by one now. I think Bhatti Manali, yes please, Manali please speak. You can unmute. Yes, explain again. चलो, okay, हर्ष, your question, હર્ષ?
સર આ રાત દિવસ ખાવાનું પીવાનું અને બધું સમજાવવાનું શ્લોક સમજાવતા હોય?
હા, બધું જ સમજાવવાનું છે ને, કેમ કે એનાથી જ દોષોની પરિસ્થિતિનો ખ્યાલ આવશે તમને, અને મેડિસિન કેવી રીતે આપવાની એ ખબર પડે ને, કે ભાઈ તમે વાત, ભાઈ વૃદ્ધાવસ્થા છે તો વૃદ્ધાવસ્થામાં વાત વૃદ્ધિ પામશે, તો પહેલા જ તૈયારી કરી લ્યો, જેથી કરીને પેલા ઓલ ધ જોઈન્ટ્સ, સાંધામાં દુખાવો થાય છે કે પરિસ્થિતિ બગડે છે વૃદ્ધાવસ્થામાં, શાસ્ત્ર એમ કહે છે કે પહેલા જ યુવાવસ્થામાં જ એ તૈયારી કરી લ્યો, ભાઈ મેડિસિન, રસાયન ચિકિત્સા, for this it is रसायन जरा चिकित्सा, that is why it is जरा, because जरा is disease, वृद्धावस्था जो है उससे बुरा कोई डिजीज नहीं है दुनिया में, क्योंकि बहुत पेन होता है।
ओके सर,
इसलिए ये कॉन्सेप्ट है। ओके फाइन, चलो, ओके, नाउ अगेन आई एम रिपीटिंग दिस श्लोका, दिस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट अगेन। सो ते व्यापिनोपि रन्नाभ्योः अधो मध्यो संशयाः वयोः रात्रिभुक्तानां ते अंत मध्यादिगाः क्रमात्। So in the first line of the shloka, that is 7th shloka in the end, te vyapinopi. What is te? Te iti doshaha. Doshaha vyapinaha api. Vyapinaha. They are spread from the head to the toe. Means each and every cell of your body is having the dosha. Number 1. Now, what are the specific site? What is the headquarter? Headquarter क्या है? इंडिया तो पूरा ही है, कश्मीर से कन्याकुमारी, ईस्ट टू वेस्ट सब है, लेकिन हेडक्वार्टर क्या है, राजधानी क्या है, तो हम बोलेंगे दिल्ली है। ऐसे ही यहाँ है कि वात की राजधानी कहाँ है, पित्त की कहाँ है और कफ की कहाँ है। सो ही सेज रन्नाभ्योः अधो मध्योर्ध्व संशय। व्हेन वी कंसिडर हृदय एंड नाभि एज द पॉइंट ऑफ रेफरेंस, कि हृदय और नाभि, बिलो नाभि स्थान ऑफ वात, between हृदय and नाभि स्थान of pitta, above हृदय the स्थान of कफ। तो this is clear। लेकिन इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि ऊर्ध्व शरीर में केवल कफ है, इसका मतलब ये नहीं है, कफ, वात, पित्त, कफ सब जगह है, लेकिन ये स्पेशलिटीज बताया है। then you have, now this is very important, what is the increase and decrease, natural increase को बोलते हैं circadian rhythm। प्रकृति के साथ किस तरह से दोषों का वृद्धि होती है वो बताया है। वयोः रात्रिभुक्तानां तेन्त मध्यादिगाः क्रमात्। वयः, एज, रफली 3 दिमाग में रख लो। वयः 3 अवस्थाएं हैं, बाल्यावस्था दैट इज चाइल्डहुड, युवावस्था द यूथ, एंड वृद्धावस्था द ओल्ड एज। सो इन द childhood the kapha is dominant, in the yuvavastha the pitta is dominant, in the vruddhavastha the vata is dominant, number 1. Number 2, ahoratri. Ahoratri means day and night, 2 parts, 12 hours, 12 hours day and night। so 4 का गिन लीजिए। first 4 hours of the day kapha dominant, second 4 pitta dominant, last 4 vata dominant। in the night first 4 कफ dominant, middle 4 pitta dominant, last 4 vata dominant। very good। bhukta naam, after the food, if you consider the food digest in 6 hours, if you roughly, I do not say it is perfect, but roughly 5 to 6 hours if you take, then first 1.5 or 2 hours kapha, next 1.5 2 hours pitta, last 1.5 2 hours is for vata। means what? They are dominant। It does not mean it is a disease. I'm not saying it is a disease, but the vata is dominant, the pitta is dominant, the kapha is dominant. Is it clear now? अभी कोई क्वेश्चन है? कोई ने कोई शंका है? Any question? Yes.
Sir,
yes,
can you please send the previous slok again?
अच्छा, previous श्लोक means was वायु पित्त. I start from वायु पित्तम. चलो, okay. वायु पित्तम कफश्चेति त्रयो दोषः समासतः विकृता विकृता देहं घ्नन्ति ते वर्तयन्ति च ते व्यापिनोऽपि रन्नाभ्यो रधो मध्योर्ध संशयाः वयोः रात्रिभुक्तानां ते अंतमध्यादिगः क्रमात्. क्लियर? अभी
Yes sir, yes sir.
okay, अभी कोई प्रश्न है यहां तक? एनी क्वेश्चन?
सर डे नाइट में वात पित्त कफ का डोमिनेंस हो फिर से एक बार समझाइए.
ओके ओके, देखो क्या करना है, कंसिडर करना है कि डे 12 आवर्स का ले लो, सुबह 6 से शाम को 6 ले लो, या सुबह 7 से 6 से ही ले लो, सुबह 6 से शाम को 6. यू हैव टू टेक द डेट, इट इज एट डे टाइम एंड नेक्स्ट 12 आवर्स एज नाइट. ओके, मतलब सूर्योदय से सूर्यास्त, दिस इज द रूल. सूर्योदय से सूर्यास्त तो लगभग 6-7, अब डिपेंड करेगा. यदि आप नॉर्थ ईस्ट में हैं तो सूर्यास्त 5 बजे हो जाएगा. यदि आप अपने वेस्ट में गुजरात में है तो आप अपने यहाँ जो है 7:30 पे होता है. तो ठीक है, इट डिपेंड्स ऑन रीजन. सो एक रफ आइडिया ले लेंगे सूर्योदय से सूर्यास्त का, एंड वी हैव टू डिवाइड इट इनटू 3 पार्ट्स. द फर्स्ट पार्ट डोमिनेंस ऑफ कफा, the middle part dominance of pitta, and the end dominance of vata. Similarly, in the night when there is suryasta to suryoday, it's very easy. From the suryasta to the suryoday, again 3 parts. First part is for kapha, second part is for pitta, and the last part is for vata. Clear now?
Yes sir.
सर हेलो सर.
yes Pavan, yes, okay.
सर जैसे मान लो कोई छोटा बच्चा है और अभी उसने मिड ऑफ द डे में कोई मील लिया है, तो मील लेने के बाद अब हमको क्या बोलेंगे, कौन सा दोष उसका ज्यादा डोमिनेंट होगा?
मील लेने के बाद कफ होगा ना नेचुरली.
और मतलब
बच्चे सो जाते हैं, आपने देखा होगा बच्चे जनरली खाना खा सो जाते हैं क्योंकि ऑलरेडी कफ है और खाना हैवी, और यदि हैवी खाना खाया तो तुरंत नींद आ जाती है. दूध पी लिया तो नींद आ जाती है क्योंकि दूध से कफ बढ़ता है. ये बच्चों
उसने अगर मिड ऑफ द डे में खाया पिया है तो मतलब नॉर्मल टाइम पे नहीं खाया है उसने जैसे,
हाँ तो भी एग्रीड. गॉट इट, वेरी गुड क्वेश्चन. ओके, तो क्या होगा, कफ बढ़ेगा लेकिन ज्यादा नहीं बढ़ेगा उस समय, क्योंकि उस समय पित्ता का टाइम है. तो कफ विल इंक्रीज बट नॉट टू दैट लेवल. हाँ, यदि कोई कफ वर्धकार, जैसे मैं एग्जांपल दूं कि आपने सुबह 6 बजे उठे और आपने कोई हैवी मिठाई खा ली. ठीक है, आपने सुबह 6 बजे उठे, ब्रश किया और हैवी मिठाई खा ली. अब हैवी मिठाई में ऑलरेडी कफ है और टाइम भी कफ का है, तो बहुत ज्यादा बढ़ेगा. तरतम भाव से होगा, इसमें इंक्रीज एंड डिक्रीज होगा. इट विल बी रिलेटिवली हाई और लो. क्लियर है? तो उस समय ज्यादा होगा. यदि पित्त के समय में कफ का लिया है, पित्त के समय में आहार लिया है तो थोड़ा कम बढ़ेगा, कफ तो बढ़ेगा, ये क्लियर है. बट उसमें भी कितना बढ़ेगा, इट डिपेंड्स कि ज्यादा होगा या कम होगा. क्लियर है?
तो सर इसी वजह से 10 बजे से पहले सोने के लिए कहा जाता है.
पहले सोने के लिए कहा जाता है मींस व्हाट? पहले सोने के लिए
मतलब शाम के टाइम अपन सोते हैं, खाना खाने के बाद लगभग 10 बजे से पहले सोने के लिए कहा जाता है कि जल्दी सो जाइए.
बिल्कुल करेक्ट, वही बात है. क्योंकि यदि आप 10 बजे नहीं सोते हैं तो आपको फिर मेडिसिन लेनी पड़ती है आगे, क्योंकि आप पित्त के काल में सोने के हैबिचुअल है. 1 बजे 2 बजे ये तो पित्त का काल है, तो पित्त के काल में नींद कम आएगी. तो इसलिए कफ के काल में सो जाएंगे तो बहुत अच्छी नींद आएगी, प्रॉब्लम नहीं होगा. पित्त के काल में सोने जाएंगे तो मुश्किल होगा, इट विल टेक अ लॉट ऑफ टाइम. ऐसा है.
સર
હા, યસ, who's there? Yes, માધવી, please.
સર મારો ક્વેશ્ચન એ છે કે માનો કે મિડલ ઓફ ધ ડે માં પીતું હોય વધુ અને ત્યારે આપણે મીલ લઈ તો કફ વધે, તો બે માંથી કયો મતલબ વધારે હોય, પિત્ત કે કફ?
ઓકે, હવે એ જુઓ, હવે એ તમારી પ્રકૃતિ ઉપર આધાર રાખે છે. હવે જુઓ, આ એક પોઈન્ટ છે, એ પ્રકૃતિ ઉપર આધાર રાખે છે. ધારો કે તમારે પૈતૃક પ્રકૃતિ છે, ધારો કે પિત્ત પ્રધાન પ્રકૃતિ છે, તો તમને કફ વધારે નહીં નડે, તમને પિત્ત નડશે. કેમ કે પ્રકૃતિ ઉપર આધાર રાખે છે. પ્રકૃતિ કાલ એ બેઉ સાથે મળીને પછી રિઝલ્ટ આવે છે. ફક્ત એક આજ કોન્સેપ્ટ નથી. તમે ક્વેશ્ચન ખૂબ સરસ છે કે ભાઈ પિત્તનો કાલ છે ને આપણે આહાર લઈએ છીએ, એગ્રીડ. પછી તમારી પ્રકૃતિ કેવી છે, ફૂડ કેવો લો છો તમે. ધારો કે પિત્તની પ્રકૃતિ છે પણ તમે હેવી ફૂડ લો છો તો કફ વધવાનું છે. ઓકે, પણ તમે ધારો કે ખૂબ મરચા વાળું એટલે પિત્ત પ્રધાન આહાર લેશો તો કફ નહીં વધે, ઓછું વધશે એમ. એટલે એ રીતે જ એમાં ફેરફાર થઈ શકે છે, એમાં વધઘટ થઈ શકે છે. ક્લિયર? Very good, beautiful, yaar. I'm very happy that you people are interacting. Your questions are also very good. Questions are also perfect. Very good. Yes, Bhargav, I think. Yes. Please show me your faces so that I can recognize you. तुम्हारे camera, please. Yes, good. Yes, bolo Bhargav. Yes.
Sir, we are talking about these three dosas like Vata, Pitta, and Kapha.
Yes, yes.
But does that physically exist, or I mean that?
Very good, beautiful question. Very good.
यकृत में जो पित्त होता है, बाइल प्रोडक्ट होता है, इसका पित्त होता है या कोई दूसरा है? Like Kapha is like that.
Yes. Agreed. Beautiful question is beautiful. So please understand, I will tell you, dosha are the functional unit of the body. Okay, functional unit. ये किसी ने देखे नहीं है आज तक, वात पित्त और कफ. समझ लो, वात पित्त और कफ क्या है किसी ने देखा नहीं है, बट कर्मों के द्वारा उनको समझना है. थ्रू देयर एक्शंस यू कैन अंडरस्टैंड. दिस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट रेज्ड. द दोषास नोबडी हैज सीन. हाँ, कुछ चीजों में आप कंपैरिजन करते हैं, जैसे कि आप कोई भी फिजियोलॉजी की बुक उठाएंगे, उसमें लिखा है पित्त का मतलब बाइल है, लेकिन ये टोटली सही नहीं है. हाँ, बाइल इज ऑल्सो अ टाइप ऑफ पित्त. बाइल जो है पित्त का एक प्रकार है, एग्रीड है, बट बाइल ही पित्त है, दिस इज नॉट द केस. बट बाइल इज पित्त, दिस इज नॉट द केस. ओके, सो बाइल इज नॉट ओनली द पित्त, बट हाँ, बाइल इज वन ऑफ द पित्त. You understand this? There is no exact correlation between that. Okay.
सर रात को 6 से 10 अगर कफ का टाइम है, और उसी टाइम अगर हम खाना खाएं और तुरंत सो जाए तो ऐसा मतलब मना किया जाता है ना खाना खा के तुरंत सोने के लिए?
तुरंत देखो, अभी आगे पढ़ेंगे. कभी भी भोजन के बाद तुरंत सोना नहीं लिखा है शास्त्र में, कभी भी. और इससे कोलेस्ट्रॉल बहुत ज्यादा बढ़ता है. सोने, यदि आप खाने के तुरंत बाद सोते हैं तो कोलेस्ट्रॉल बढ़ा है, ये बात आप समझ लो. कितने केस ऐसे हैं जिनको कोलेस्ट्रॉल बढ़ा, और वो क्यों बढ़ा? क्योंकि दोपहर में उनकी आदत है खाना खा के सोने का, क्योंकि ऑलरेडी हैवी फूड खाया है, और सोने से और कफ बढ़ता है. सोने से भी कफ बढ़ता है ना, क्योंकि आप एक्टिविटी नहीं कर रहे हैं. सो कफा इज गोइंग टू इंक्रीज. सो इट इज अ वेरी डेडली सिनेरियो. वो आगे बात करेंगे कि ये ऐसा क्यों हो रहा है, वो आगे बात करेंगे. जब हम कफ के बाद के लक्षण पढ़ेंगे, गुण पढ़ेंगे, तब बात करेंगे.
सर बच्चों के केस में होता है ऐसा, मतलब कि एकदम से कफ हाई हो जाना?
ना, बच्चों के केस में एक्चुअली दैट इज नेचुरल, तो उनको ऐसा केस जनरली नहीं मिलता है. हाँ, अब डिपेंड करता है जनरल. सुनिए, इसमें ऐसा है, यदि हम जो है उनके बच्चों की प्रकृति को नहीं समझे, उनको प्रॉपर समय पे फूड नहीं देंगे, तो ये गड़बड़ होगा. जैसे कई बार अभी देख रहे हैं हम कि पेरेंट्स भी जो है वर्किंग पेरेंट्स हैं, मदर एंड फादर बोथ आर वर्किंग, एंड दे कैन नॉट टेक केयर ऑफ देयर चाइल्ड. तो वो दूसरों के भरोसे छोड़ के बच्चों को जा रहे हैं, तो वो जब मन चाहे जब खिला रहे हैं, नहीं भूख है तो भी खिला रहे हैं, तो वो सारा कंडीशंस अलग है. दैट इज विकृति. I am only talking about the prakriti. Please understand the difference between the two. I am talking about the prakriti, that is normal avikrut avastha. I am not talking about the vikruti. Vikruti means disease. I am talking about only the healthy condition. You understand? You have to make a line of difference between the two. Whether it is healthy or I am talking about disease. I am not talking about disease right now. I am talking about the health only.
Okay, sir.
Okay, fine. So बहुत ज़्यादा आप लोगों से डिस्कशन हुआ. I think that is enough for the day. Now it's all. I request you all to kindly learn these shlokas by heart. Okay. So अभी जो है, actually we have lecture on Padarth Vignan also. So I am giving you just 5 minutes break. You can have your water or anything. Just go for your the urges you have, and then we will continue with the Padarth Vignan. Yes, please. Yes, Manali. Yes.
સર જેની પિત્ત પ્રકૃતિ હોય એને વધારે ભૂખ લાગે તો કોઈને અમુક બાળકોમાં ભૂખ જ ન લાગતી હોય જ્યારે એને ખાવાનું કહી ત્યારે તો એની કઈ પ્રકૃતિ હોય વાત
ના 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 જુઓ ભૂખ જ ન લાગે એટલે કફ પ્રકૃતિની વાત છે કેમ કે કફ પ્રકૃતિમાં ઓછી ભૂખ લાગે છે એ રીતે છે અને ભૂખ જ નહીં લાગે એટલે એ તો વ્યાધિ કહેવાય કેમ કે કાં તો તમે વધારે ફૂડ એને આપો છો જેથી ડાયજેશન થતું નથી ડાયજેશન ન થાય તો ભૂખ નહીં લાગે ક્લિયર તો તમારે એ વિચારવાનું કે થોડુંક હળવું ખોરાક એને આપવાનું પછી જોવાનું કે ભાઈ હા ભૂખ લાગે છે કે કેમ કેમ કે આપણે ત્યાં એ પરંપરા છે કે આપણે જરૂરથી વધારે છોકરાઓને ખવડાવીએ છીએ તો એના કારણે આગળ વ્યાધિમાં એ પરિણમે છે ડિઝીઝ બને છે જેથી ભૂખ ન લાગવી એટલે રોગ છે કેમ કે ધીસ ઇઝ નેચરલ ભૂખ તો લાગવી જ જોઈએ ઓકે now Lalit, do one thing, take the attendance and send it to my this WhatsApp.
Okay sir.
And we will meet just within 5 minutes for Padarth Vijnana.
दशा।
Yes, so dear students, we are back again with
हेलो
a very
सर।
important. Yes, please. हाँ बोलो ललित बोलो.
ठीक है, तो ये है ना श्लोक, इसमें अंत मध्यादिमात, इसमें अंत मतलब बाद में, मध्य मतलब बीच में,
Yes,
और
yes,
आदि का मतलब पहले।
yes. पहले ग means गतिमान, आदि
ओके
गह
सर।
जो है, आदि में जो है वो
हाँ
बाकी है.
ओके सर, थैंक यू।
Okay. So yes, I think some of the students. Okay, fine. Correct. So next, a very important subject, very tough actually. Next subject is about Padarth Vijnana. We have never talked about this subject because please understand, if you understand this subject, it is going to be the easiest of the subjects. If you do not understand it, because it is mainly mental exercise, it is very tough to understand. But if you understand, then it will become very, very easy for all of you. So this is the subject of Padartha Vijnana. So we will just introduce this subject. So now see, every science has its own philosophy. Every science has its own fundamental principles. Fundamental means basic, maulika, and principles means siddhanta. So all the shastras, all the sciences are having their own fundamental principles. Clear? So to understand these fundamental principles, there is a subject called Padartha Vijnana, which is totally new for all of you. So what is the meaning of Padartha? Anyone remembers or would like to say something? What is Padartha? What is Padartha? Anyone would try? Please unmute yourself and speak. What is Padartha?
Material.
Material. Agreed. Chalo. Okay. Anybody else? Okay. So one meaning is material. Anything else?
Sir, pada arth.
Okay. So what is this pada? Very good. Beautiful. What is pada?
Sir, पद माने एक मतलब एक वर्ड, वन वर्ड.
अच्छा चलिए ठीक है. अच्छा मैंने कोई सेंटेंस बोला वायु पित्तम कफश्चेति, तो इसका पदार्थ कैसे निकलेगा? So it does not mean one word, it means one word or a group of words, just like sentence. 1 minute. हाँ yes बोलो.
Sir, smallest unit.
Smallest unit, no. Okay.
मतलब जैसे किसी भी चीज के बारे में
no, no, that is okay. Okay. Anything else? Okay. और कोई बोलना चाहेंगे? What is पदार्थ? भार्गव? Yes.
Hello.
Yes, please.
Sir, pad plus arth, only one word or the group of word.
Okay.
It
So
is as individual purpose.
ठीक है. Okay. See, pada means a word. Now, what is pada in Sanskrit? What is pada in Sanskrit? Okay. So, pada plus artha, padasya, padayoho, padarthanam, yo arthaha, sa padarthaha. So, what is pada in Sanskrit grammar? What is the meaning of pada? Sthan. No. Okay. Anything else? Okay. No problem. Speak. No problem. Pad means any word which is having super and ting pratyayas. Super and ting suffixes. So means any noun. Sup means all the vibhaktis, that is super. And ting means the action verbs, just like pathati, pathataha, pathanti. So these are ting pratyayas. So any word which is having super pratyaya, that is noun form, or ting pratyaya, the verb form, they are called as the sup and ting pratyaya, means the subantam tigantam padas. That is the pada or the word. So padasya arthaha, meaning. That is called as Padartha. And what is Vijnana? Yes, what is Vijnana? What is Vijnan?
Knowledge.
Knowledge, science, systematic knowledge. Systematic knowledge is called as Vijnana. So Padarth Vignan talks about the systematic study of all the important terms of Ayurveda. It includes all the fundamental words, fundamental principles of Ayurveda. They are studied under the Padartha Vijnana. Padartha Vijnana is a unique concept which talks about all the fundamental principles of Ayurveda. What is the philosophy of Ayurveda? Okay, so what is the meaning of philosophy now? What is the meaning of philosophy?
Knowledge for, yes sir.
Philosophy means?
Love for knowledge.
Love for knowledge. Philos and Sophia. Philos means the knowledge.
Love from knowledge.
Philos and Sophia. Okay, so philos means love, sorry. Philos means love, philo means love, and Sophia means the knowledge. So love for knowledge, to have new knowledge. You want to know more and more and more. That is called as philosophy, or in the Indian terms, we call it as Tattva Vijnana or Darshana. We call it as Darshan. Bharatiya Darshan. That is Tattva Vijnana. Tattva Vijnana or Bharatiya Darshan. So that is called as philosophy. तो अब ये पदार्थ विज्ञान का सब्जेक्ट क्यों रखा ये समझना पड़ेगा, क्योंकि what is there in पदार्थ विज्ञान, पहले तो ये समझेंगे कि what is there in पदार्थ विज्ञान. So पदार्थ विज्ञान includes the philosophical base of Ayurveda. कि ठीक है चलिए आयुर्वेद आया, ब्रह्मा इसमें तो आयुषो वेदम प्रजापति मज्जिग्रहत. So first the Ayurveda was in tantra form, जैसा हमने देखा कल कि अग्निवेश created tantra. फिर after the tantra it was expanded in the form of samhita, जिसलिए चरक संहिता, सुश्रुत संहिता. So it was expanded. So how to expand this? With the help of the existing knowledge, with the help of existing philosophical schools, Ayurveda is elaborated. विस्तार से समझाया गया आयुर्वेद को. ठीक है. So that elongation, that description is based on philosophical schools of Ayurveda. Philosophical, Indian philosophical schools, भारतीय दर्शनों के सिद्धांत को लेकर के आयुर्वेद आगे बढ़ा. Ayurveda has been nourished by the principles of Indian philosophy. That is very important. Principles of Indian philosophy, भारतीय दर्शन को लेकर के आयुर्वेद आगे बढ़ा. That's why, to make you understand that, okay, what are they, because if we are going to understand the treatment procedures of Ayurveda, how and why, so the answer lies in the philosophy. Answer lies in philosophy. कि भाई भारतीय दर्शन में जैसे कार्य कारण सिद्धांत, जैसे in that transitional curriculum I was talking about the research in Ayurveda. So research is the establishment of the link between the cause and the effect, Karan and Karya. So once you establish the link between Karan and Karya, it is called as Karya Karan Siddhanta. So where did it come from? Or you understand, you are having food. आपने food लिया, which is having the Panch Mahabhutas, Akash, Vayu, Agni, Jal and Prithvi. So the gulab jamun which is there actually has all the dhatus. उसमें सारी सप्त धातुएं हैं, रस, रक्त, मांस, मेद, अस्थि, मज्जा and शुक्र. When you take this in the body, it is converted into ras dhatu, it is converted into rakta, mansa, meda, asti, majja and shukra. It is converted to all the 7 dhatus. So what is this? कि भाई that gulab jamun already has the dhatus. Just like a seed. A seed, एक आप seed देख रहे हैं, एक बीज देख रहे हैं. In the seed, the plant is there. Do you agree? In the whole seed, in a seed, there is a plant. Do you agree? Yes. Do you agree that seed has a plant?
Yes, sir.
Yes. In what ways? Good. Okay. In what ways? कैसे? Yes.
एक सीड के अंदर एम्ब्रियो होता है, जो एम्ब्रियो जनरेट होकर पूरा सीड बनाता है, प्लांट बनाता है.
So actually it has the genetic material for the new plant. It has the blueprint. A seed has a blueprint of the new plant. लेकिन क्या seed ही plant है? No, seed is not a plant. But seed लिया है तो आगे plant में बदलेगा. The seed will be converted into the plant. Means क्या हुआ? Word the thing A transformed into thing B. आपका जो आहार है, the food you have taken, the food is having all the dhatus in it. Ras is also there, Rakt is also there, Mansa, Meda, Asti, Majja and Shukra. But when you take it in the body, it gets transformed, it gets parinaman, and the ras is formed. Some part will nourish Rakta, then Mansa, Meda, Asti, Majja and Shukra. So means what happened? The thing A transformed into thing B. A transforms into B, which is called as Parinama Vada. This theory is called as Parinama, transformation. So how does transformation take place? How do you know about transformation? It is from the Sankhya philosophical school. So all the principles of Ayurveda are having base in the Indian philosophy. This is very important. All the fundamental principles of Ayurveda are dependent on the Indian philosophical schools. That's why, to give you an idea about the Ayurvedic philosophical school, that is, how does Ayurveda think? Philosophy means thinking again, thinking into the root. Just like I told you an example of the food. You know that this food is going to nourish me. ये जो गुलाब जामुन है, ये जो food है, it is going to transform into me. Okay, so it has all the nutrients. It has rasa also, the sweet is also there. So madhur rasa is also there. So it is going to nourish my body. Means gulab jamun is transforming into all the 7 dhatus. So this principle is called as Parinama Vada. Parinama, transformation. So how do we get this transformation? What is the base? Where is it mentioned? It is mentioned in the philosophical school of Sankhya. That's why, to understand all the basic principles of Ayurveda, to understand the Ayurvedic Maulik Siddhantas, because if you understand see, first year is very tough. Why is it so? Because Ayurvedic Maulik Siddhanta, you have to understand. And you have to apply it throughout your life. Once you understand the Siddhantas, once you understand the principles of Ayurveda, you can apply them anywhere. So that is why first year is crucial for your existence in Ayurveda. If you are strong in first year, you will never be a failure in Ayurveda. Please understand this. And the interesting thing is, in first year, we do not give any treatments. Because treatment is only the superficial part. Just like I gave you an example of a glacier, big glacier lying in an ocean. Only the some part is visible, major part is there. So this major part, that is your philosophy, on which the whole of Ayurveda is based. So to understand these fundamental principles of Ayurveda, we are studying the Padartha Vignan. Is it clear? Why are we studying Padartha Vignan? This is a big question. And once I start the topics, you will say, oh sir, this is so tough. And what is the need of it? So that's why I tell you that Padartha Vignana is the most important subject for first year. And if you don't understand, it will give you very, very tough time, because it is very tough, considered as tough. Because even teachers don't understand, the students cannot understand, because it requires highest level of thinking. So that's why, to understand the fundamental principles of Ayurveda, to understand how does the Ayurveda think, what is the thinking of Ayurveda? So we have Padartha Vignan. Is it clear why are we having Padartha Vignan? Now, any one of you who has read about certain philosophical schools of India, Indian philosophies, any one of you is interested, because it is a tough job. So any one of you knows what is darshan in Ayurveda, what is darshan or what is philosophy? Bharatiya darshan. Anyone? Out of 107. Yes. Anyone who knows about Bharatiya darshan? No. See, this is the condition. That's why it becomes tough. So Bharatiya darshan means Indian philosophy. Bharatiya darshan means Indian philosophy. Indian philosophy is the root for the fundamental principles of Ayurveda. Clear? कि what are fundamental principles? Anyone? What is the meaning of principle and what is the meaning of fundamental? Yes. Anyone? What is
fundamental
the meaning?
मतलब basic
yes.
बिल्कुल.
Basic. Okay, clear. And what is principle?
Principle मतलब सर कुछ
सिद्धांत.
1 minute. Savan, 1 minute. One by one, I cannot hear all of you together. Yes, Savan, what were you saying? It is Siddhant. Okay. So principle means Siddhanta. Means the Antim Satya. Okay, so that is called as Siddhanta. See, just like Tridosha Siddhanta. Vayu Pittam Kafashcheti Trayodosha Samasatah. So when it was Charaka also, then also Tridosha Vayu Pitta Kafa, about 3000 years back, 500 years back. Vagbhata, 1500 years back, he also talked about Vayu Pitta and Kapha. Today, I am also talking about Vat Pitta Kapha. So is there any change in Vat Pitta and Kapha? No. The principle is same. So the principles which never change, which are at the foundation of Ayurveda. They are the roots of Ayurveda, which are nourishing the Ayurveda. So these are just like foundation, just like you make a home. So you require a strong foundation. So this strong foundation is in the form of Padartha Vijnana, which talks about the fundamental principles of Ayurveda. How does Ayurveda think? How does Ayurveda think about Ahar Pachan? How does Ayurveda think about the digestion? How does Ayurveda think about the occurrence of the disease? So these are all the points which are covered under the Padartha Vijnana. So it talks about where, how and why. How, kaise, or why, kyun. These are the two answers you are going to have in the Padartha Vijnana. Okay, so it is not directly related to Chikitsa. I tell you very clearly, Padartha Vijnana is not directly related to Chikitsa. But if you understand Padartha Vijnana, you can understand the philosophical school of Ayurveda. You can understand how does Ayurveda work? How does Ayurveda think? Because Ayurveda is not like modern science, that you give antibiotics, you give poisons and the person is happy. We do not give poisons here. We never give poisons in Ayurveda. So this is very important point. We give it in the form of medicine, in the form of aushadha, which should not cause any untoward effect. That is actual Ayurveda. So we are not considered here to decrease the immunity by giving the antibiotics. Please understand. So what is the philosophy? How does Ayurveda treat? What is the principle behind it? That principle you are going to study in the form of Padartha Vijnana. It is the building block of Ayurveda. How does Ayurveda develop? So Ayurveda is based on strong fundamental principles in the form of Padartha Vijnana. Is it clear what is the need of Padartha Vijnana? Anyone who has read something about in the book on Padartha Vijnana?
Sir, book nahi hai.
Okay, so I told you to purchase the book. Okay, fine. Please purchase the books as soon as possible. Okay, no tea. Okay.
No tea book.
Okay, fine. Okay, तो क्या रहा उस टाइम?
પછી તા રજા પડી ગઈ તો
ઓકે ફાઇન. તો તમે ઓનલાઈન બી મંગાવી શકો, એટલે તમારી ઈચ્છા હોય તો, અથવા તો કોઈ બીજી બુક લઈ લો તમને જે યોગ્ય લાગે. સો યુ કેન ટેક,
તમે બુક નું નામ ને ઓથર નું નામ બુક નું નામ કહી દે.
હા, ઓકે. So actually, if you want to study complete Ayurveda, complete Padartha Vijnana, all the 2 papers, my book is very good. But if it is not available, you can take any other book. It is a very famous book from north to south, east to west. I have a lot of calls, but
sir, book aa gayi hai.
Okay, means on the Jai Bookstore. Okay, fine. Okay, so you can have it. Okay. हाँ, गामड़े रो છો. Okay. Yes.
બુક્સ કરતા તો 2-3 બુક એક લીલા કલરના
ના લીલા નહીં. હા, ના તમે જે છે બ્લુ વાળી છે એ રીસેન્ટ એડિશન છે. ના રીસેન્ટ એડિશન છે ને, એડિશન 2 છે એમાં, એક રેડ કલર નું છે એમાં. 1 મિનિટ, અત્યારે નથી. પદાર્થ 1 મિનિટ, 1 by 1.
સેકન્ડ રિવ્યુઝ
1 મિનિટ. અરે યાર, સ્પીક 1 by 1.
સર
હા બોલો માધવી પ્લીઝ.
સર તમારી પાસે અત્યારે હોય તો બતાવી દો ને એકવાર.
કે નથી અહીંયા. 1 મિનિટ, લેટ મી સર્ચ. આઈ ડોન્ટ થિંક સો. 1 મિનિટ. You are not.
बताऊं?
बताओ. Okay. Yes. This is the one. ये Darshil. Yes. This is the recent one. Yes. This is the edited one. Yeah. You should purchase this. Yes. Yes. Good. This is the one. All of you have seen the. I think Sham has shown you the book. Yes. Darshil is showing you the book now. Darshil. Padartha Vijnana and History of Ayurveda. This is a very good book. You can take it. This is the complete. Both the papers are there in this book, and this is now available with Jay Store. I think, है ना? Jay Medical. Sham, available છે ને Jay Medical?
हाँ.
Okay.
Online પણ મગાવી શકાય, ઘરે આવી જાય છે book.
Okay. Fine. So you can purchase it. Is not very essential, but you can purchase. It is a very good book, I tell you, because it covers all the points in a very easy language. Because Padartha is very, very tough subject. So keeping in mind, this book was written actually so that students find it very easy. But it is not compulsory, please. It depends on you. Okay. So, yes. Now, we are going to start with the first chapter, which is the Ayurveda and Maulik Siddhanta of Ayurveda. So, what is Ayu? What is Ayurveda? What are the Maulik Siddhanta of Ayurveda? See, you study every day, just like COVID. I take you again example of COVID. Every day, today also the paper says that after 1.5 years, the modern scientists are only trial and error is going on. Trial and error means आप चिकित्सा करो और देखो successful होती है तो ठीक है, नहीं तो दूसरी. That is called trial and error method. So right now in modern science, we are having this trial and error method. There is nothing which is certain. But in Ayurveda, the fundamental principles are so strong that they have never changed. Since Brahmaji to me, to you, Ayurveda principles have not changed. This is very important. Just like Tridosha, Vayu, Pitta and Kapha, they are then also Tridosha, today also Tridosha. Pancha Mahabhuta, Akash, Vayu, Agni, Jala and Prithvi. They were the same during the times of Upanishad also. Today also they are the same. So they are all the principles on which Ayurveda is based. Ayurveda is standing strong because of these principles. So that's why they are called as Ayurvediya Maulik Siddhantas, or the fundamental principles of Ayurveda. So if you understand the fundamental principles, you can understand Ayurveda very easily. Otherwise, this subject is not for Chikitsa. Please understand, again, I make myself very clear that this subject is not directly involved in Chikitsa or the treatment. But why are we reading this? Because by understanding this, you can understand Ayurveda. And by understanding Ayurveda, you can understand the Chikitsa. So this is the sequence. It is indirectly helping you in the treatment. It does not directly help you in treatment. So please understand this. So that's why the first concept of in your syllabus, the first point is Ayu and Ayurveda. What is Ayu and what is Ayurveda? So first we'll understand what is Ayu. So Sharir, Indriya, Sattva. I did not have the time to prepare the PPT, so I could not prepare. Now I will try to prepare the PPT so that it will be very easy for those who are not having books also. So actually I did, because I don't have the habit of PPT. I speak extempore. That is my uniqueness. So I don't like PPTs actually, but I shall prepare them so that you can easily see the PPT and understand what am I talking about. So Sharir Indriya Sattvatma Sanyogaha Dhari Jivitam Nityagashchanubandascha Paryayaihi Ayu Uchyate. So what is Ayu? Lifespan. Ayu means lifespan. Janmathi Mrityu Sudhi. From the day you were born till the day you die, that is called as your Ayu, lifespan. So what is Ayu? Well, how to describe Ayu in scientific terms? So Ayurveda mentions that Ayu is a combination of 4 entities: Sharira, Indriya, Sattva, Atma. Sharir, Indriya, Sattva, Atma, Sanyogaha, combination. Sharir, Indriya, Sattva and Atma. Sharir, Indriya, Sattva, Atma, Sanyogaha. The combination of Sharir, physical body which you can touch. Physical body you can touch, feel, see. That is physical body, which is called as Sharira. Indriya. What is Indriya? Senses. All your 5 sense organs, they are Indriya. Sharira, Indriya, Sattva. What is Sattva? Man. Uniqueness of Ayurveda. Ayurveda has described Man also. In that time, during the time of Charaka, Ayurveda described about Man, which scientists in modern day could not believe. Okay, till recent years they were saying that, oh, there is nothing like Man. Now they believe, yes, there is mind also. And mind is very important part. All the diseases are psychosomatic in nature now, they say. Earlier they could not see the mind because mind cannot be seen. But Ayurveda said Man is always there. So Sharira, physical body. Indriya, your sense organs. Sharira, Indriya, Sattva. Sattva means mind. And Atma. Very important concept. Atma, Chaitanya, consciousness. See, again, this is uniqueness of Ayurveda. Modern science does not believe on Atma or Chaitanya. But Ayurveda says that Chaitanya is very important. Now, how to understand Chaitanya? For that, you have to understand the darshanas. Darshan samajhna padega. To understand the Atma Tattva and its importance, you have to understand the darshanas. So, Sharir, Indriya, Sattva, Atma Sanyogaha. Sharir, the physical body. Physical body is the Sharira, which you can touch, you can feel. Okay, so Sharir. Indriya, the sense organs. Sattva, Man, and Atma. These 4, combination of these 4, that is called as Ayu. Okay, so all these 4 are essential. It's not or athwa nahi. It is the combination of these 4. Sharira, physical body, which you can touch, and which remains after death. By death ho gayi means kya? Keval sharir reh jata hai, baki sab chale jata hai. That is called as Sharira. So that which is called as Sharir is the physical body. Second is Indriya, your sense organs. Sharir, Indriya, Sattva. Sattva means mind, and Atma, the consciousness, the Chaitanya. So Sharir, Indriya, Sattva, Atma Sanyogaha. This is called as Ayu. What is Ayu? Sharir, Indriya, Sattva, Atma Sanyogaha. Clear? Anything in this? What is Ayu? The combination of Sharir, Indriya, Sattva and Atma. So Sharir, Indriya, Sattva, Atma Sanyogaha. Ayuh Uchyate. The combination of Sharir, that is physical body, Indriya, the senses, Sattva, Man, and Atma Tattva, consciousness. So combination of these 4, that is called as Ayu. Clear? What is Ayu? The combination of Sharir, Indriya, Sattva, Atma. Sharir, Indriya, Sattva, Atma Sanyogaha. A unique definition. Nowhere in this world you are going to find the definition of lifespan. We are having this. Sharir, Indriya, Sattva, Atma Sanyogaha. Dhari. Now, these are the synonyms. Paryayavachi Shabda of Ayu. What are Paryayavachi? It is called as Dhari. Dharayati Shariram Putitam Gantum Na Dadati Ti Dhari. Bhai, what happens after death? Anybody could tell? What happens after death? What happens to the body after death? Anybody?
डेथ होने के बाद शरीर की सारी एक्टिविटीज बंद हो जाती है.
Activities, that's okay. Anything else? फिजिकल शरीर का क्या होता है उसके बाद? आपने रख दिया हाँ,
डिकम्पोजिशन होता है.
Yes, decomposition. That is important.
बाकी एलिमेंट.
Yes. That is decomposition starts. तो आप जीते हैं तब तो decomposition नहीं होता. So that is why Ayu is called as Dhari. Very well said. Dharayati Shariram Putitam Gantum Na Dadati. Putitam. It does not allow the body to decay. That is called as the Ayu. So Dhari. It is called as Dhari. Why? Because till you are alive, the body will not decay. Body will not decompose if you are alive. That is why it is called as the Dhari. Sharir Indriya Sattva Samyogaha Dhari Jivitam. It is Jivit. It is life. Jivitam. Okay. Nityagaha. Another synonym is Nityagaha. Nityagatishil. We started lecture at 9:50 and it is 11:40 now. So my age is decreased by 1.5 hours. Your also is decreased. It did not stop for a second. Nityagatishil. Nityagaha. Sharir Indriya Sattva Atma Sanyogaha Dhari Jivitam Nityagaha Cha Anubandha Cha. Anubandha contract. अभी आप लोगों में से कोई मुझे आपका बर्थ का फोटो भेज दे और बोले सर ये फोटो है पहचान दो, आई कैन नॉट रिकॉग्नाइज, कोई भी नहीं कर पाएगा। लेकिन तो वही ललित था, जन्म के समय भी वही था, आज भी वही है, विक्रांत वही है, भरत वही है, पवन, श्याम, अर्जुन, माधवी, ऑल वर सेम। तो रूप रंग बदल गया, सब कुछ बदल गया, बट क्या आपको एक रखा हुआ है, आप तब भी भरत थे, आज भी भरत हैं। क्या है? बिकॉज इट इज आयु। द आयु हैज केप्ट यू कंटिन्यूअस। अनुबंधाहा, अनुबंधाहा मीन्स till the death you will be the same person, so that is called anubandha, contract. It is the contract from birth till the death. Do you understand? So very beautiful concept. Sharir indriya sattva atma sanyogaha. What is ayu? Ayu is a combination of sharir, that is physical body, indriya your senses, sattva your mind, and atma the consciousness. So sharir indriya sattva atma sanyogaha ayu ruchyate. So that is ayu. What are the synonyms? Dhari, dharayati shariram. It maintains the body, it does not allow the body to decay and decompose. That's why it is called the dhari. Okay, jivitam, it is the life. All the jivan lakshana are seen. Prana, uchvasa, nishvasa, inspiration, expiration, excretion, reproduction, everything is seen. Okay, so sharir indriya sattvatma sanyogaha dhari jivitam nityagaha, which does not stop even for a second, that is called nityagaha. It continuously moves. Anubandhaha, anubandha, from the birth till the death, it will always be there. That is why it is called as anubandha. Nityagascha anubandhascha paryayaihi ayu uchyate. Clear? So this is about the ayu. So now I will just pronounce the shloka. One of you repeat. Who is going to repeat? I think Vikrant. Please unmute yourself and start your camera. Yes.
Sir,
Okay,
I don't have book right now.
That is okay, but I will just pronounce. You have to repeat. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So sharir indriya sattvatma.
शरीर इंद्रिय सतात्मा.
संयोगः धारी.
शरीर इंद्रिय संयोगः धारित्वम्.
एक मिनट. शरीर इंद्रिय सत्वात्मा.
शरीर इंद्रिय सत्तात्मा.
संयोगः धारी जीवितम. Okay, there is some network problem. Okay, leave it. There is some network problem, I think, at your place. Okay. Okay, so sharir indriya sattvatma संयोगः धारी जीवितम नित्यगश्चानुबंधश्च पर्यायैहि आयु रुच्यते. So again I repeat, the ayu is a combination of sharir, your physical body, indriya, your senses, sattva, your mind, and atma tattva, which is chaitanya. So sharir indriya sattvatma samyoga combination. Sharir indriya sattvatma sanyoga dhari jivitam. What are the synonyms? Dhari, jivitam, nityagacha, anubandhacha. Nityag and anubandha. Nitya gatishil, that is nityaga. And anubandha, contract from life, birth till the death. So that is why it is called as ayu. And what is Ayurveda? Ved means to know. So the knowledge of ayu, that is called as Ayurveda. Ved becomes vid dhatu, to know. So what do you know? You know about ayu in the Ayurveda. So Ayurveda is a science of life. It talks about the ayu. Everything, every part, your social, economical, political, everything part. Okay, so health is a state of physical, mental, social well-being. So all these aspects. Okay, even the what do you call spiritual. Now the WHO also considers spiritual part. Spirituality also is important in terms of health. So that is what we call as ayu. Sharir, indriya, sattva, atma, sanyogaha. The combination of physical body, senses, sattva, mana, and the atma, the consciousness. These four combinations, sharir, indriya, sattva, atma, samyogaha, ayu uchyate. This is called as ayu. Any question regarding this ayu? We are going to talk in detail, but this was just the introduction actually.
Sorry, anubandham का
हाँ अनुबंध, यस ओके ओके ओके। अनुबंध मीन्स कॉन्ट्रैक्ट, करार। करार किसका? जन्म से डेथ तक का करार है, जन्म से मृत्यु तक का करार है। जैसे मैंने आपको बताया, जब आपका जन्म हुआ तब आप कैसे दिखते थे और आज आप कैसे दिखते हैं, सब कुछ बदल गया, पूरी बॉडी बदल गई, लेकिन क्या चीज है जो तब भी थी और अभी भी है? वो है आयु। आपका जन्म हुआ तब भी आपकी आयु थी, आज भी आपकी आयु है। कब तक रहेगी? जब तक आप जीवित रहेंगे तब तक आयु रहेगी। सो दिस काइंड ऑफ कॉन्ट्रैक्ट, करार, फ्रॉम बर्थ till the death, this is called as anubandha. Clear? Stages are going to change. Just like I gave you an example that if I tell please send photograph of you, Mr. Shah, so you send me your photograph at the time of birth, how can I understand? I will say no, this is not Shyam, this is something else. So everything is changing, appearance is changing, health, height, everything is changing. What is not changing in your life is आयु. What has kept you? शाम तब भी था जन्म में भी, आज भी शाम है, तो क्या है? अनुबंध है। कब तक रहेगा? जब तक उसका जीवन रहेगा। So that is called as अनुबंध। Clear now? I think ये सिंपल शब्दों में समझाया है। ठीक है, what is अनुबंध? Contract from life, birth till death. Clear? Any questions till now? अभी तक कोई प्रश्न है पदार्थ विज्ञान के विषय में? I think this is clear. Now again, Lalit, you have to take that. Yes, please. Vikrant, please. Yes.
सर एक बार मैं फिर से एक्सप्लेन करना चाहता हूँ आपसे डेफिनेशन पदार्थ विज्ञान की।
Okay. Yes, please. अच्छा, you want to know or you want to tell me? What is your wish?
सर I want to know.
Okay. So we do one thing.
सर मेमोराइज हो जाएगी सर हमेशा के लिए सर।
Okay. Okay. So first you have to, my dear, let us wait. We shall first you purchase the book actually, then only we will be able. Or I will try to prepare next time when we meet for Padarth Vijnana. I will try to make a simple PPT so that you can understand what is the Ayu. So I repeat once. शरीर इंद्रिय सत्व आत्म संयोगः, शरीर इंद्रिय सत्व आत्म संयोगः धारी जीवितम नित्यगः च अनुबंधः च पर्यायैः आयुः उच्यते. But it will be very difficult for you to write right now because you are not habitual in writing Sanskrit. So please wait for some time, you will learn it. Okay, so with this, I think Lalit, please have the attendance again. It is your duty every day. Whenever you see maximum, just like right now, we are having 108 participants. So take the attendance and just send a screenshot to me. Would you do this every day?
Yes, sir.
Okay, beautiful. Krishna is writing Ashtang Hriday. You are not getting the book. So, okay. So you can do one thing for Ashtang Hriday. R Vidyanath की नहीं है, कोई बात नहीं, वो दूसरे author हैं एक Reddy. There is some author. I will tell you tomorrow. There is another author called Reddy. You can purchase that book also. Any book will help because in Ashtanga you have to learn mainly the Moola Matra. Just purchase Moola Matra, please. All those now, I think all those who have decided, because I see the number 108 students are here. So that is very good, and I think all of you are now interested in Ayurveda. So please try to purchase the Moola Matra. Moola Matra book. It is costing about 120 only. Moola Matra, which will be having only Sanskrit. So try to purchase that.
Sir, इसका सर publication वगैरह
Publication is from Chaukhamba. It is from Chaukhamba. 1 minute, I tell you. It is here only. Yes, it is from Chaukhamba Vishwabharati. It will be like this. It is a very small book. The front page is missing actually. This is Mool Matra, Ashtang Hridaya Vagbata, Chaukhamba Vishwabharati. Chaukhamba Vishwabharati. So you can purchase. It is only 120 rupees, I think. So just purchase this. This is only.
First page
नहीं, फर्स्ट पेज फट गया भाई, पढ़ के क्या करें. तो वो फट गया तो इसका कुछ सॉल्यूशन नहीं है, बट उसको बोलेंगे ना मूल मात्र. हाँ, यो ओके. ओके, अच्छा चेंज हो गया, ठीक है ठीक है. सो व्हाट इज इट्स कॉस्ट अर्जुन?
120 आई थिंक 120 और सर आई थिंक 120 और 110 है.
यस यस, थोड़ा अच्छी तरह दिखाओ उसको, कैमरा के पास लो. हाँ यस, दिस इज अष्टांग हृदय मूल मात्र. दिस विल बी ओनली इन संस्कृत, माइंड यू, दिस इज ओनली इन संस्कृत, बट फॉर नाउ बिकॉज आई एम टीचिंग यू एवरीथिंग, यू जस्ट टेक दिस. ओके, सो अभी आप सभी मूल मात्र ले लें. जिसको इंटरेस्ट आया आयुर्वेद में, जिसको अभी भी इंटरेस्ट नहीं है उसके लिए मेरा प्रवचन नहीं है इधर. सो ओनली दोज पीपल हु आर इंटरेस्टेड इन आयुर्वेदा शुड परचेज दिस बुक मूल मात्र, so that you will learn the habit. Because what happens कि हम लोग की सभी की easy की तरफ जाने की आदत है. हमें easy मिल जाता है तो हम tough की तरफ नहीं जाते. Okay, so मूल मात्र पढ़ेंगे तो ज्यादा अच्छा है. If we try to study the मूल मात्र original अष्टांग हृदय, it will be of great benefit for all of you. So I think that is enough for the day. अभी कोई किसी को, आज तो बहुत बैठे, 2 घंटे होने वाले हैं.
सर आर वैद्यनाथ भी लेनी है ना ट्रांसलेशन वाली?
देखो वो तुम्हारी इच्छा है, वो एग्जाम के हिसाब से है, लेकिन वो ले लोगे तो ज्यादा अच्छा रहेगा एग्जाम के लिए. एग्जाम के लिए, ये नॉलेज के लिए बोला. देखो 2 चीजें अलग है, एग्जाम देना अलग चीज है, नॉलेज अलग चीज है. ये जो बुक है मूल मात्र, वो आपको जीवन भर काम आएगी. और वो जो बुक है आर विद्यानाथ, या कोई भी ट्रांसलेशन इंग्लिश का, कोई भी एनी XYZ, दैट विल हेल्प यू टू क्लिक द एग्जामिनेशन. क्लियर? यू अंडरस्टैंड दिस? देयर आर 2 different things. One is knowledge, one is examination. So for your examination, you should take some English translation book, and for your lifelong utility, you should all go for the Moola Matra. That is my point. Clear hua?
Okay.
Yes, okay. I think that is enough for the day. We'll meet again tomorrow. I think I have another lecture, I think. So tomorrow we'll meet again at this time. I will tell you the time actually through this WhatsApp. Any other queries? Actually, we talked a lot. But I think I'm very happy really from inside that you all people are very much interested, and the way 108 students, it's great, great, beautiful, beautiful. So please study every day and just learn Ayurveda and live Ayurveda. Okay, fine.
सर एक बात पूछनी थी.
ओके, हाँ
सर, ये जरा चिकित्सा को रसायन चिकित्सा भी क्यों कहते हैं?
हाँ, यस, वेरी गुड. रस अयन के मीनिंग समझेंगे. रस मीन्स रसादि धातुस. रस, रक्त, मांस, मेद, अस्थि, मज्जा, शुक्र, 7 धातुएं हैं. तो रसादि. अयन का मतलब है मार्ग, द मेथड टू ऑब्टेन द बेस्ट ऑफ द धातुस. यदि आपने बेस्ट धातुस बना ली बॉडी में, मतलब आपकी इम्यूनिटी बेस्ट हो गई. इम्यूनिटी बेस्ट हो गई तो वृद्धावस्था क्या, कोई भी अवस्था से आप जीत सकोगे. इसीलिए उसका नाम रसायन चिकित्सा है. रस प्राप्ति की चिकित्सा. व्हाट इज रस? इट इज द धातु. रस मीन्स द धातु. Clear now?
Yes, sir.
Rasayana. Ayan means the marga, the route through which you get the rasadi dhatus.
Okay.
Okay. चलिए, बहुत बात हुई आज. ठीक है, we'll meet tomorrow again. I will tell you